your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are joining from. Let me share my screen so we can start with the session. Please allow me a minute. And here we go. I hope my screen is visible to you all. And thank you so much for joining today's session. A warm welcome to you all to Global Skill Development Council GSDC, to Global AI Tool Challenge 2025. And I'm very proud to inform you all that we had amazing panel of AI expert for our previous sessions, and we have extended our AI tool challenge till 100 days now. So please do join us for all the upcoming sessions as we are aligning more AI experts to our session, as they'll be giving us a live demo with practical walkthroughs on each AI tool. So do not miss this out. Do join for our upcoming sessions with the time slot that is 10:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 p.m. Singapore time. If there's any changes in the timings, please check our WhatsApp group for the daily update, as there will be a slight changes on this session from the next week. And before I could hand over the session to our speaker today, I would like to introduce our hosting organization, GSDC. So we known as Global Skill Development Council. We are vendor agnostic, vendor neutral, and we are globally recognized certification body. We are accredited by ANSI and ABICB, and we do have 100 plus authorized training partner across the globe. We have partner in Asia, Africa, Canada, America, many countries like this. And also we are supported by World Press Hub, who's our who covers all our events and press releases. We do have 100 plus certification portfolio with us, and we have certified more than 250,000 professionals across the globe. We have 500 SMEs, those our subject matter expert, industry experts. They work with us closely to design our deliverables. Also, we are associated with 1,000 multinational companies and 500 Fortune companies and 50 plus universities across the globe. As I mentioned earlier in my previous slide, that we do have 100 plus certification portfolio. So our current certification portfolio holds certification on emerging technologies, agile DevOps, quality compliance, learning and development, digital transformation, and so on. So, in case if you are looking for any of the certification in order to upskill yourself, feel free to reach out to a learning advisor to get more information. Also, you can check our website, that is www.gsdcouncil.org, to get more information and to check all the offerings that GSDC has for all of you. What all benefits you will be getting with it? You will become GSDC's member for a lifelong. With that, you'll get certificate upgrade. You'll have free access to all our workshop, boot camps, events, and exclusive learning programs. With that, you'll be getting implementation resources, speaker invites, newsletters, and so on. So do grab this opportunity and do sign up yourself with GSDC. So, what is AI tool challenge, and are we ready for it? Of course, many of you are already aware what is AI tool challenge, right? This is the challenge for all the leaders out there who wants to unlock their AI potential, to learn more AI tool regarding things. So, yes, in order to that, we have invited a panel of AI expert who are giving us a live demo with practical walkthroughs, right? And after the session, they are giving us a task to perform. And once you're done with the task, make sure that you'll be posting it over your social media by tagging GSDC, and we'll make sure that we'll get back to you on that. As I mentioned that we have done some previous challenges so far, right? And we'll be continuing this till 100 days. So do not miss any of this, as each session is going to be a very exciting one and there is a lot to learn, right? So today we'll be having Nijesh with us, and he will be taking us through the topic, that is market research and strategy, AI powered competitive research, track market trends in real time. So just quickly, I would love to tell you all more about Nijesh. So Nijesh is an AI engineering leader and principal data scientist with over 16 years of experience applying machine learning, deep learning, and reinforcement learning, and more recently, scalable agentic AI system to real world challenges. His work centers on building reliable, efficient, and responsibly governed AI solution that bridge research and production. As vice chair of the IEEE SAIC 25003 multi-agent system evaluation, he contributes to shaping international standards for assessing coordination, trust, and safety in AI agents. A member of IEEE AAI and the Singapore Computer Society, and a featured speaker at ODSC and other global forums. Nijesh is dedicated to advancing transparent engineering driven and high impact AI practices across industry. It's very good to and proud to have you, Nijesh, with us for today's session. Please take the handover of the virtual mic now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pritam. I hope my voice is audible. Okay, so let's start. Um, hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the folks who have joined. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much GSTC for this opportunity. So my name is Nijesh, and today for the next 30 odd minutes, I'm going to talk about market research and strategy. Basically, how leaders and managers can use the AI-powered competitive research. As part of the day-to-day job of any leaders or managers, you really have to do a lot of analysis, whether it is related to your product development cycle, or it is related to some of the competitors that you have to look into. AI comes in very handy, and there are different ways of doing things. We have out of the box chat GPT kind of tools to do that, but at times it becomes a bit tedious because you don't have control over it. So today I'll show you how you can do it on your own laptop, and how easy it is to do it without almost no knowledge of coding. So today's session would mostly cover these 5 points. We will see how the market research has evolved, and I'll introduce you to the concepts of AI agents. I'm sure you would have heard about some of the concepts earlier, but we'll talk about some of the problem that we have, that how slow market research does create a lot of strategic blind spot, which means that you really have to look into some of these research manually. There's a lot of effort and verification needed, and that slows down your problem and slows the way you solve the problem. So the solution actually comes into different formats. You really have agentic AI at your disposal, and I'll show you how to do that. There are different technologies. So as I said, there are canned solutions, but I'll introduce you to a open source tool which is called Langflow, and we'll see how easily we can drag and drop and create these at scale, and we can get it started within a matter of minutes, and how we'll also see that how we can scale it up as we go in. As a day-to-day activity, there would be so many processes that you would love to automate. You would like to connect to multiple sources. You would like to analyze at scale. And then at times you are limited by your potential to access to of these data. We'll see how this directly and positively impacts business, how it actually affects most of your business KPIs, how it gets uh, you speed up to a lot of extent. And we'll see how today or as of now is the need to get this started. It's just not the talk. For the first 10 or 15 minutes, I will show you how it works. And for the next 10 minutes, we'll just jump into a live environment and we'll see how it is actually done. I'm an engineer myself, so I love to see things working and I love to build things. So that's something that we'll be doing. Before I get into that, let's set the context. So, as I said, there are challenges in modern market intelligence. It could be, and the information gathering is something in the modern web era that we all have problems in facing. As engineers, we have to connect to multiple data sources. There are at times where you have to be really skilled at coding. You really have to bear the hat of an SME and get these things done. So traditionally, there is a lot of manual effort. There's a lot of time involved and there's a lot of delayed insights, and by the time you make that decision probably the data would have gone obsolete. So if you're working in a real-time environment and really have to get things done at kind of near real time, and really your time horizon is very limited, or the chances of your data getting stale is very high. So at those scenario, the traditional approaches don't work. And then you really, what you need is a real-time competitive intelligence. There have been different ways of doing things. When machine learning was used extensively, we could use web scrapers. But I think we are in the era of AI agents, so we can automate these research workflows. We can actually do it by also trusting these agents by putting in guardrails. And you can also look into how you can improve the productivity. So there comes wherein you already have the things around agentic AI. And I'll introduce you to the concept of agentic AI, wherein you have these autonomous agents with higher degrees of freedom, which means that they can independently handle some of the tasks that you would normally do it yourself or maybe delegate to somebody. For example, if you have to do a lot of market or maybe information gathering, search on the web, for example, send an email or analyze your data or convert probably your code into one format or the other. There are different ways in which these can be used. We have a lot of great agents in production right now in the market. You would have heard about Perplexity, you would have heard about ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. Although these are the models that you hear, but the applications that actually power or reach the users are normally agentic application itself. So when you search something on ChatGPT or Perplexity, you would hear, or you would actually see that there are multiple steps that you would be seeing being executed. Those are the steps that the agents are taking. And that's something what we call as agent orchestration, where they can actually look into multiple agents, multiple tools, and get things done. There's a lot of higher degree of freedom. There's a lot of reasoning, planning, and acting upon it. So those real-time intelligence is what makes agents really, really useful. So what is this AI agent? So at a very high level, if I have to just define it, it's actually a software system which is built upon what we all know or by now is large language model. So the foundation models or the large language models, or it could even be a multimodal visual language model, is at the heart of this AI agent, and it gives the ability for an agent to think, to reason, and to act autonomously. It can actually listen to your question. It can break it down into multiple parts, leverage some of the tools at its disposal, even look into its memory to find out if something has been asked before, leverage some of the sub agents at its disposal, and finally get that task done. So it's actually a kind of a magic in a way, if you can think, but they also have their own flaws. So we have to be aware about where to put the brakes on, where to put guardrails, wherein the input and output are really aligned to your objective. So they're highly goal oriented. There is a strong sense of reasoning by virtue of the large language models that powers these agents. So the degree of autonomy actually is controlled by the use case itself. So you can choose to completely handhold the agent or completely leave it up to the agent itself. I'll show you an example of how it is done and how easily you can take a task and actually design a solutions with minimal knowledge of coding and get this done. So what are these core components of agent? If I have to just tell you as a leader or as a manager, there are basically a model that powers it, but there's also a lot of tools. For example, if I have to ask these questions around mathematics, there would be a calculator tool. If I need to get real-time insights from the web, there would be a web search tool. I need to actually talk to different components of Intel database, so there would be tools around that. And there also has to be an orchestration. So for example, the agent would be very much intelligent to understand, break these things down into multiple sub questions, and also have an element of memory. So for example, if you look into some of their planning, reasoning, and critiquing, that actually opens a lot of insights around how they are actually understanding a question and then getting these done. So when we see the demo, we'll see how each of these sub agents or tools are getting invoked and why are they getting invoked. And you can put these things into perspective and you can see the task getting done. So this is, if you open the box of an agent, this is what it looks like at a high level. And obviously there's a lot of engineering that goes in designing agentic systems and putting it in production. So it's a single agent. But when I'm talking about market research, which is the topic today, one agent may not suffice to solve the problem because an agent which is having access to its own intelligence by the LLM, and maybe it is using a tool like web search, or it is using something like a scraper, it is using an internal database tool, it is using some mathematical tool, some Python interpreter, some code tool, anything, will only be limited to some of the information that you're giving. And if you overload that particular agent, you think of it like a human being. If I am delegating you, let's say, a task to go to the market and get something, and I'm also delegating you a task to get go on to my chartered accountant and get my tax filed, and I'm also telling you, okay, can you just go and actually buy me tickets for the next music concert? So there are multiple different tasks at its disposal, and you require different kinds of kind of intelligence to get these things done. An AI agent can be construed to be very, very similar to this. That's why we have this concept of specialized agent for a particular task. If there is a planning agent, there is a search agent, there is an analyzer, there is a data analyst, there's a summarizer. All of these can be construed as a persona, and that can be there can be an agent which deals with all of these. So at a high level, you can think of multi-agent systems as different agents which work together serially, like one after the other, or it can also work parallelly, or it can work in complete harmony and amicably so that the overall objective is achieved. That's what the multi-agent system is all about. It should be focused, efficient, and each of these agent assumes a persona and a domain-specific information. It can be a general model. It can even be a fine-tuned model as well. So as a manager, I really don't have to think too much into the engineering. I really have to pick up these things, prompt it accordingly, give instruction that I really want to do, delegate it, and get it done. So let's assume that part. So there are different advantages of having multi-agent architecture because you really need that heterogeneity of the task, which means that, as I described, there are different skills out there. So you really need a planner, or let's say I need a web retriever, an analyst, or a writer, or a researcher. All of these are different tasks, and that need to be aligned accordingly. Sometimes these need to be executed serially, sometimes these need to be executed parallelly, and that's what the parallelism is all about. I can just fire up things parallelly. I can have synchronous or asynchronous requests, which means everything can be done one after the other or parallelly to achieve that task. Separation is very important because if one of the agents fails, and I know where exactly the point of failure is, I can actually go ahead and do that. I can even have agents that are really into security as well as red teaming activities. I can even run an agent for a really long time because some of these agentic architectures are not like real chat GPT where you ask a question and you get an answer right away. Because there's a lot of planning involved. For example, if I have to compare two different products, I really need to understand what these products are all about, what do you call, subdivide those questions, fire up these questions to the web, get the response, analyze it if it's correct or not, verify it, then summarize it, then rewrite it. So there are a lot of activities which takes time, and there's a lot of reasoning and planning activity which are involved here. And also there needs to be a certain level of confidence because the models are meant or sometimes found to be hallucinating. So I need to have my really strong guardrails around that so that it is the models are really robust and are actually trustable. So, if you are given a task, and I think this is something that I've been doing for some time, if you have to quickly get something done, I think a week or two is really a really good task nowadays to get something out. Because gone are the days where the product managers or leaders would just ask people to get this done. People now can build proof of concepts or minimum viable product MVPs, and they can show to the developing team or the engineering team and say, see, this is the way I want, which actually empowers the leaders as well as really keeps the engineering team and the delivery team on their toes so that they can concentrate on the high value tasks. You can quickly set up a pilot in a couple of weeks, and you can have the first level deployment around 8 weeks. And because it's an iterative exercise, it's really good and it's really important to get the feedback of the users so that you can get, even if you're doing it for, let's say, a team of 20 that you're doing, you really need to get the feedback for the tool that you have developed. So the tool that we'll be using today is called Langflow, and we'll be doing the market research based on those. For today's demo, we will have 5 agents that we'll be building. One is called the planner agent. It'll take the user query, it'll decompose into multiple user queries. Then we will have a research agent. We'll look into which will have access to tools like web search. It'll try to decompose all of these and go one by one and get things done. There will be an insight extraction or knowledge agent. It'll look into some of the stat patterns, sentiments. It'll look into summarizing it. And then finally, you will have a report synthesis tool. So there are different kinds of tools that we will be building. And the tool that we'll be using today is called Langflow. Langflow is an open source tool. You can just Google it. I'll show you how to work with it today. But it's a drag and drop tool, which is equally appealing to the leaders because it's a drag and drop tool. But it's also for the developers because you can actually practically click on each components and get the code. So even if you're a leader or a manager or even a developer, all of these personas would be equally interested in using Langflow. It gives you access to all different kinds of LLMs. You can connect any kind of LLMs, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google Gemini, Watson X. It doesn't matter what kind of LLMs that you want to connect. You can even create your own custom components and then publish it, and you can deploy it quickly to, and you can even see how it is performing by connecting it to an observability tool. So with that, you already know the measurable business impact by now, because when we do automate things, we get faster informed decisions. We can quickly reiterate. You all also get a competitive coverage because if you're in the business of building products, you really want to know what your competitors are doing, and you really want to know what is happening in your industry. Get the insights fast and see if the idea that you would have thought for actually exists, or you really quickly have to reiterate or not. And there also have to be a transformative research workflows. There's a lot of ROI activity here. So enough of the talk here. Let's see it live. So with that, I would like to confirm if you guys are able to see my screen. Is my screen visible? Okay, thanks. Okay, so this, as you see, is what I call as Langflow. So if you if you are actually doing it, this is the first screen that you would get. You would see that there are different flows created. If I have to create a new workflow, I'll just click on it. There are a lot of templates which are there. I can use one of those. For now, what I'll do is I'll open up the flow that I have built for today, and let me introduce you to this. So as I said, there would be a planner agent, there would be a research agent, there would be a knowledge agent, there would be a reviewer, and finally there'll be a research writer. So, but how are these even working and how are these gonna work? I'll just get to that in a minute. But you can see that you're actually dragging down components. So for example, if I have to create an agent, I'll just say click and this is the agent. That's all it is. I can click, I can just go in, I can select my favorite model provider. It could be OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini. If I don't like any of those, there is a host of applications that you can work for, and there are a lot of models that are available at your disposal. So there are a lot of built-in components that you can just drag and drop. You can build your RAG applications. You can build your agentic applications. You can build applications that you can post it to Gmail or Slack. And that's also one of the activities that I propose today. So for example, if I have to build an agent, I can just quickly click on this, select the models that I have access to, give me an OpenAI key. Now, if you're not a fan of using a cloud provider, what you can do is select something like, let's say if I'm doing language model and I don't like this, I would just say, yeah. So I can just say connect other models. And if I come down here, let's say if I search Olama. Olama is a local model service. So like OpenAI, we can do that. And you can just spin up it. I have Olama installed on my system. So I can just select a model by refreshing the list. So you can see that some of the models are already there. There is a Quen, there is a Llama, there's a Granite, and I can just use this and connect it here. So the way you connect is you just click and just connect it back here. So that's how easy it is. But we'll get into this in a bit. Let's turn into our use case. Our first use case is, or the first agent is a planner agent. So if I click on this, you can see that I have given a simple prompt. You're a research planner. Your task is to break down the user's questions and instructions, and I've given them a format. Similarly, for research agent, I have given a really detailed prompt saying you are a research agent with access to web search tools, and this is the way you should behave. Give me all the web links, the URL, the summary, the credibility score, as well as give me a 3 to 5 sentence synthesis. Give me citations. I need citations because I need to know whether I am the model or agent is hallucinating or not. That's the reason why I need all of these, and I can find these citations here. I now have a knowledge agent which would go and act as a summarizer. So everything is feeding upon the last agent. So I'm just dragging and dropping and connecting it back. So you say it's a summarization expert, and then this is you provide the instruction, some examples, and you're done. And the final and the penultimate one is reviewer. It's asking you to review it and getting things done. And the final one is nothing but the writer. So every output of the previous agent is being fed in as an input to the next agent. That's how you are actually getting the whole system hooked up. And it's just connecting. It took me just 10 minutes to build this. So for example, if I look at this part, this is actually this is connected to chat output so that if I fire up a chat, you would be able to see what each agent is doing. So let's try to see kind of a demo here. So I'll just fire up a query. I know we are kind of short of time. So this is kind of a new chat window. So I am just typing, can you compile top 3 agentic AI releases by major tech giants from August to October 2025? So think of this question. The agent needs to first understand the query. It needs to decompose into what are these agentic AI, what are the top 3 releases, go and search the agent, make sure that those releases are within August to October 25 frame, and then fire up these multiple agents to get the content of it, to verify it, to research it, to check it, put guardrails on that, cite it, and finally you use the writer to write it. So if I just fire it up, it'll not be immediate where you are getting everything, but you can see that the first agent has fired up, it has gone and got me all these sub questions. Now my second agent is a heavy agent, which will go and perform this search. As you would see, if you come down, you would see that for each of the query, it's actually going and performing search. So, and I've not written a single line of code to do this. I've just connected components. And you can see that for every of these, it is giving me title, it is getting me the link, the snippet, the content, and everything around that. And for each one of these, I will be getting detailed content and I'll be going through the verification process, and this is what it'll go on. So once that step is done, so if you can close this preview window. This is the preview window, and you could say that, see how it is getting printed. So you can see that the first the first link was there are 10 hottest agentic AI tools, agents of 2025. There's a CRN link. There is a Bain link, the consulting link. There is a ZNet link. There is also some of the citations that have been provided. So this is the second agent. Now the third agent would look and look at the content and will go and summarize, as you see on your screen. It's going live summarizing. It'll keep all the citations and it'll do it for all the sub questions. So we have 3 or 4 sub questions, and this will happen in parallel. And this all is happening on my laptop right now. If I can just make it much more parallel, it will even run faster. So now the fourth agent has kicked in. It is looking at the executive summary. It is giving me all the key insights, recommendations, including the citations. So that's how it is. So now I'm done. So this is how easily we can build these agents to get these things compiled. So if I click on it, it's not a ghost link. It's actually a valid link, which is taking me to some of the links that you have, and these are the sources. So I can verify the information. For example, I asked about agentic AI releases. It got me AWS, Google, and Microsoft led agentic AI releases, and these were the ones. There were workflow design AI capabilities. There was one with OpenAI, and all of those informations are at my disposal. So these are the kinds of information that is available at your disposal if you use drag and drop and easy tools like Langflow. And you can quickly deploy this as well. You can share it, you can export it, and you can even convert this into an MCP server, which I think is beyond the scope of today's talk, but this is something that a way to make context available to language models. So I know I'm on dot on time. I would love to hear some thoughts from you guys, but this is one of the real good tools that I also use in my day-to-day activities. And if I want to further inspect it, I can actually go to uh, a tool called Langfuse, and this is an observability tool where I can get the information of all my traces as well. I would be able to see what I ran and how it actually went through. I can inspect it to further optimize the performance. So that's something that is completely possible via this tool. So you can see there's a detailed trace which is going on, and I can actually go ahead and do that. So this is how it is doing. So if I click on any one of this, you will see the query, you will see what was run, and the details of each one of these. So you can see the system prompt, you'll see the format, the output, everything, right? So yeah, that's my time on today's session. I hope it was helpful, and feel free to drop in any questions during the session, as well as feel free to connect with me on over LinkedIn. So what I would do is I'll stop for questions now, and I'll stop my share.
Great. Thank you so much, Nijesh, for such a amazing session. Can see we are getting a lot of appreciation over the chat box. So I request all the participants, we still have 5 to 10 minutes to cover all the questions that you have in your mind. Feel free to drop them over the chat box and we'll take it. Um, Nijesh, do you want me to read the question? Is it
Yeah, I'm
okay
trying
with
to
you?
I'm trying to get to some of those. Please
Okay.
let me know if I
Okay.
miss something. I have a question which says, is Langflow a free tool? Yes, Langflow is a open source tool. Although it is part of the DataStax community, you have an enterprise version, but for your own personal usage, and you can actually freely host it. You can download it right now. What you see is open source version that I showed you. This is some server. How is this hosted? Right now, it's actually running as a local host. You can run it as a Docker container and host it on any platform that you want. Uh, okay. Thank you, AP. Uh, Thank you, Rajesh. Uh, I'm not sure if what is this download link. Do you want the deck or what is it? If it's a deck, I think definitely be available. Preetham, do you want to comment on the download link?
Yes, if it's regarding the presentation, definitely you can reach out to us. You can reach out to me directly. I'll once we get a certain approvals from the management, we'll able to share it. Thank you.
Sure, sure. So, I think the question that Pradeep has is how do I set this up? So let me take that up right now. Uh, Okay, yeah. So Pradeep, you can set it up right now very easily using normal pip. If you're familiar with the Python install, you can just run langflow. You can do a pip install. You can run using uv run langflow. I can pass on the instructions to you how to install it. And I think that can be definitely done. So it's a very easy way to install it. But if you really want to know how did I install, I can just show you right away. Maybe what I can do is I can reshare my screen. Okay, so let me reshare. Let me share everything. Okay, so you can see my screen right now, right? So the simplest way to run Langflow is here. You can also run it using Docker. You can have your Docker run and then run it on port 7860. You can install this as a software as well. So you can just do it and put it into a server and everybody can use it. So this is the simplest way to get things started. Please share the link of Langflow and Langfuse. Also share the installation details. Yeah, I think this is how you install it. There is no other way. I mean, there is no complex installation. UV is a package manager in Python. If you're not very familiar with UV, you can do even pip installs, or you can use Docker. And for Langfuse, actually Langflow to Langfuse is a very simple interaction. For example, you just have to run some of the credentials here. As you can see, some of the secret keys and all. I can't show you that, but you just get it from Langflow, and then you go ahead and just run UV run Langflow, and then automatically it would be available. So whatever I type here, it will be logged automatically Langfuse. And both Langfuse and Langflow can be hosted as a software, both on-premise as well as on cloud. May I request you to please share the presentation along with the tool URLs? Yeah, sure, Devadatta. I would do that. I think GSDC would reach out to you. How would we know how much such AI tools are available and where to find them and what AI tool? I would see, I mean, Tanvir, the thing is, you can definitely follow some of the LinkedIn activities. You can have do that. But I would say because now you have learned Langflow, build your own research tool. So as a matter of fact, what I can do is you can quickly do this activity that you just showed me. I can quickly show you how it is done. So this is how you start Langflow for the folks who want to understand. This is how you are launching Langflow. It's very easy by if I run those command right now. And if I have it, and for example, if I go to the same link, and if I, let's say if I go, remember I showed you there are different templates here. So I can just click on this flow. I can, let's say simply have a basic agent, and that's a template which is already there. So let's say if I'm using it and I just want to play around with this part which I created. By the way, you just notice that I just created a template and I didn't do anything because I have my OpenAI key set up here, and the tools are already connected, and my environment is already set. I didn't have to write any code. If you really want to customize the code, I can click on this part, click on the code, and for all the Python enthusiast, the code is already there. So I can just go ahead, and if I don't like the name of this agent, and I can say, uh, I can just say smart agent, and that's it. My agent would be renamed like that, smart agent. I can even do this here and get this done. So just as a matter of fact, because we are doing this part, I can just go to the playground and let's see some of the questions. How would we know how many AI tools are available? So I can ask the question, top AI tools. And this is one of the ways, but this is what I would encourage you to do. Top AI tools available in 2025. If I just ask this, I did not do any kind of tuning here. Okay, I need to provide my OpenAI key again because I restarted Langflow, but I think you can do that again. Let me do one thing. I'll stop sharing because I really need to show you that it works flawlessly without saying that it would work. And we still have few minutes, so let's get this done. And probably I'll okay. Okay, let me reshare again. If I go back, see, this is where you would see all your OpenAI keys. And if I go to my simple agent that we just built, and if I just say check, it is running an agent. You can see it's running the agent. And this is the part it is executing right now. There's a good visualization which goes here. And I can just go here, go to response. You can see it looks like your message might have been a system debug, top AI tools expected to be popular, ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Claude, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not saying Tanvir is the best way, but you have your own agent. You don't need to rely on anything else. And the best part is you can automate this and have it sent to your inbox or Gmail every day. So Langflow has something called as Composio. Composio helps you to get Slack or Gmail kind of thing. So you can get this delivered to your email every day. So that's also a thing that you can do. All these setup instructions are available. Yes, it is definitely available on Langflow sites. It's very heavy documented. Should you find any issues around that, you already know my name. I'm not a Langflow person, but you can always get in touch with me because I use a lot of these tools in my job. How much powerful setup is required to run the Langflow and which setups are using currently? Langflow is not very compute heavy, I would say. I'm just running on my Mac right now. I've run it on Windows. But if you really want to run it on production, I would say that you really need a server to do that. And the easiest way to get it, like you can spin up any of your famous application server on AWS or any other cloud to get this done. You can spin up a Docker because it's at the end of the day, it's just a Docker container. You can do that. But for now, to get your task done, because you're anyway, this Langflow is just connecting APIs, right? So you're just hitting a cloud service and getting it done. So this is a client machine for you. So you're not relying on it. But if you want to deploy the application, you can definitely share and then deploy it. There are easy way to deploy this. And obviously all these are available on Langflow website. I normally do it on multiple ways. There is Code Engine by IBM. There are Lambda from AWS. There are different ways to get this deployed, as well as on an ngrok server. Thank you, Saurabh and Pradeep for those questions. I hope I was able to answer that. Should you have any follow-up, please feel free to ask.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Nijesh. I believe you have covered all the questions so far. And I would like to request all the participants, if they have any further questions for you, please do reach out to him. You'll find his LinkedIn profile link in the chat box. I've already shared it. I'll share it again if you want. So feel free to reach out to him if you have any further question regarding this topic. And indeed, it was a great session on this tool. I hope you have learned from this session a lot. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And before I move forward with the session, we would love to hear final thoughts from you, Nijesh, for all our participants today.
Yeah, I think thank you for the session. Finally, I think it was an engaging audience. I hope I was able to introduce you to a lesser known tool. If you already know it, then I think it would have been, it's really good to try it out. One of the challenges I find it people find it a bit more intimidating to get into the agentic or AI powered applications. But I think there are a lot of abstractions right now which are available, which will empower you to do this. You don't need a lot of resource or a lot of um, probably high powered LLMs. I showed you an example with Olama as well. Some of the LLMs that run locally on your laptops. So you can get a lot of these things achieved with minimal setup. Have an idea, just put it to practice. So, all the best for your future endeavors, and I hope this helps.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing such a wonderful thoughts with all our participants. And we would love to have you again for future sessions with GSDC. Thank you so much, Nijas, for such an amazing session again.
Thank you.
Just dear participants, I do have some great announcement for all of you. So stay connected till the end. I'll just quickly finish it. Just allow me a minute so I can share my screen. Okay, so this is regarding the challenge, right? The task. So I request you all, I encourage you all to take the screenshot of this task and the challenge. I hope my screen is visible, right? Okay, I think it's now. Uh, Take the screenshot of this slide and do complete your task, do complete your challenge and tag GSDC, because that's how we will able to track you. Definitely, we are keeping eye on it. We are checking out all the tasks that you have completed so far by attending previous sessions, right? So do complete all these challenges, and tag GSDC will be definitely getting back to you with surprise gift that you'll be having, right? So I hope you have taken the screenshot so I can move forward. Also, I've shared the challenge in the chat box also. You can take a note of that. Moving forward to the next slide. So this is lovely responses that we have got from previous session. So I encourage you all to please do complete the task and challenge that is been given by our speaker today. So I hope you have taken the screenshot. If no, you'll find the task in the chat box. Okay, I'm very excited to make this announcement that we'll be having our upcoming sessions on supply chain disruption with generative AI, which is scheduled from 27 to 31st October 2025, with the time slot that is 7:30 a.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Singapore time, and 6 p.m. IST. So do join us for all these sessions. Do connect with us over the WhatsApp to get update on the sessions, the session link, and the timing, everything. You will find all the registration link in the chat box. I've already shared it initially. You just have to scroll up little bit. You'll find the registration link for this. And also we are conducting the another webinar series on the same time schedule, sorry, same dates, but a different time slot, that is 27 to 31st October 2025. The time slot is 9:30 a.m. Central, 10:30 p.m. Singapore time, and this session will happening on sustainability challenges in business. So do join us for this as well. Also, you can refer your friends or colleague who are into this profession. It will definitely helpful for them. And you must be aware that we'll be having more challenges coming up, so you can refer maximum people to our session, and by doing that you can earn rewards that is $400. So we do have these three winners who have referred maximum people to our AI tool challenge, and they have topped at our leaderboard by referring people. So referring people is something that you are taking step ahead and becoming a thoughtful leader. So please do refer people, as we'll be announcing all the winners at the end of this webinar, I mean this challenge. So once we complete the 100 days, we'll announce all the winners, the final winners, and definitely we'll be getting back to them for the rewards, which is $400. We would love to connect with you all over social media. Scan this QR, connect with us over the LinkedIn. Check our website www.gsdcouncil.org to check all the information, and also to check all the offerings that GSDC has for all of you. Connect with us over the WhatsApp group to get daily update on event, webinar, boot camps that we often conduct. And please do share your valuable feedback over the Trustpilot and thank you so much for joining today's session. I hope to see you all for upcoming challenges, upcoming sessions as well. It's lovely to host this session. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you so much, Nijesh.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.